Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Shipyard. I'm your host, Nitsify. I'm also your DM in case you didn't know. And welcome to the Amnesia campaign. We have some people here, and this time I'm not going to forget someone, unlike yesterday. We have Anya, who plays...
Here.
Yeah! She remembers a little bit about herself. She's figuring things out. We also have Acrid, who plays...
Nope.
He remembers a bit more about himself, because he's been kind of exploring in weird ways. And then there's Dylan, who plays... Alright, so we're gonna restart. We're gonna restart that.
That's right, screw your momentum that you tried to establish.
Alright, so, hey guys, welcome to the Lost Shipyard. Alright, but yeah, you play Strilk, in case you don't know. But you probably forgot, because it's the Amnesia campaign.
It's the cat person wearing a cool suit. I like it.
Joke's on you, you forgot he's actually a dog.
I don't want to play this campaign anymore.
Oh man, either way, y'all, I guess, just a little recap of session 0, of this little mini campaign. Y'all basically woke up in a forest, found out that you were in Coag, kind of slowly remembered some bits of your name, learned a little bit of random skills that you seem to have proficiency or non-proficiencies in. You realized what races you were and how you guys kind of looked. On top of that, you ran into a goblin tribe that is run by a bunch of hobgoblins and seems to just have a random Kitsunian Lupin as their cleric. That cleric also has offered, aka Namas, has also offered to help you guys get over to Pinefell, which is just 3 days away from the tribe. So you guys have a 3 days travel to Pinefell, so you can hopefully get to an adventurers guild. Or at least, whatever you guys choose to do is up to you. That's what he recommended. Just because you guys might be able to, like, try and pick up a quest or two, see if you guys can get any, like, just pick up random memories, because he's not really sure what you guys used to do. And quite frankly, y'all don't either.
Makes sense.
But, that being said, yeah, you guys would get to morning. There's not really much else to say about the night. Like, you guys sleep. Like, that's how that works. You guys go to bed and you sleep. Pretty crazy. Which actually, now that I think about it, since we have the races confirmed, I don't remember. Do Dampiers need sleep? Actually, I think they still do, but I'm gonna double check here.
Think so.
Okay. Blood curse, let's see. Invigorate, predatory charm. Well, it doesn't say anything about sleep. I'm just gonna assume, because I do know that vampires need sleep, but normally they sleep during the day. I'll just say that you just don't need that much sleep. That's how I'll run that. Because normally vampires need 8 hours of sleep, but they normally sleep during the day. We'll just say that you only need 4 hours of sleep, but, you know, it can just be whenever. Because you're kind of just like a superior vampire, kind of. So, we're going to run with that.
I don't have vampire sleep. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cat.
The cat. Yeah, no.
I'm assuming because I'm a cat person, that means I sleep for just straight up 16 hours, right?
You sleep the longest. You go to bed the earliest, and you wake up the latest.
Wow, it's just Chrono.
That must have just like me IRL.
Yeah, no, this is true. I got up at 7, and I don't think you got up till 8? 8:50?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah. Granted, I did like just lay on my bed for an hour petting my cat, so.
I fucking get that.
Yeah. Listen, man, she was comfy, and I wasn't gonna bother her. If I moved, she was gonna get up. So.
Gotcha. My cat, he's just kind of laying down on a good chunk of my table right now.
That's fair. She on the end bit as always.
She is, yeah.
I believe it. Actually, jokes on you, Morgana isn't a cat. That's a massive hamster. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
You ain't seen a hedgie this big before.
Oh man. Either way, you guys are gonna start heading on your way to Pineville. I don't know if you plan to do anything inside the Hobgoblin camp, but otherwise you guys would just start making your way with Namas.
Okay.
I might get in some like practice swings with a great axe, just character-wise, just try to get like a feel for the weapon, essentially.
Okay, you get a feel for the weapon. You swing a bit. Where are you swinging?
Horizontally, because why not?
But like, are you swinging at air? Or are you swinging at someone?
Oh no, just swinging at the air, basically.
Okay, yeah. So roll me a perception check.
All right.
Oh my god, don't hit a goblin.
That is dirty 6.
All right, so the dirty
I
six.
don't know why I sounded happy about that.
You swing horizontally, and you don't see the goblin underneath you. But because of your height difference between the 3-foot-tall goblin and you being, if I remember correctly, the height was shibada.
He's jealous.
I gotta double check. What was it?
5'6".
Yeah, 5'6". Yeah, I was having to double check. I was having to re-look through all the notes and all that. Yeah, no, you just swing over its head, essentially.
Okay, I think does a goblin make any like sounds or objecting to this or anything like that?
You hear it say something at you in Goblin, and then you see Namas bring his ear back and just go. You see him say something back in Goblin, like as if he's reprimanding the Goblin. You see the Goblin bring his ears back and then waddle away.
I feel like
Got it. So they have a minimalize slurs here.
Yeah.
Rules.
Yeah, as long as Namas is around, there won't be any horrible things being said.
Streak would just kind of hold
Goblin
his
definitely.
ears just kind of back and he'll just kind of turn to Noble as it goes. I wasn't trying to hurt that goblin or anything. That is, heights are funny when you think about it.
I figured you didn't see him. It's fine. You didn't hit him, so I don't have to patch him up, so.
Are you always this relaxed?
He looks at you, and you kind of realize, like, he looks like a pretty happy person naturally, but when you're kind of looking at his eyes, you kind of realize he looks a little dead inside. You just look and just go, I have grown up with goblins, and I live with goblins. Nothing is going to make me feel anything.
Streak would just kind of put his hand up with his, the kind of like the stop kind of hand gesture, and he'll just say no more.
Yep. Oh man. You just go, well, if everybody's ready, then we're gonna go on our way to Pineville.
Because Tahira would have a fair bit of time to herself, she's gonna do a silly, funny thing.
Okay.
She's gonna try meditating, see if she's actually got a deity or not.
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to, because you would have had a few hours before any of this encounter stuff happened. Do you want to just say that when you did the meditation before you guys started getting ready to leave then?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, yeah, so I guess just best way to do this as a meditation, in case you actually did have a patron, it'd be like a reaching out in a way. So I'll have you roll me just like a straight D20 and just let me know what the natural roll is.
15.
15. So you would realize that with that, if you did have a deity, it would reach out to you. And so you kind of like, you're doing this for a good little bit, right? And, you would eventually be able to realize, oh, that is the wrong fucking tab. Hallelujah. Sorry, that is like passive things. I started pulling up Pinterest and my brain was going burr for a second there. But yes, you do have a patron. So you can probably guess what your class is now pretty easily. But you do have a patron. I am actively grabbing the picture because I forgot to set it up on Discord, but I know exactly where it is on my Pinterest. I'll be completely honest with that.
Now, call me crazy, but you might be a warlock.
That's pretty crazy. You could be a paladin though. I'm just saying, you could be a paladin with 3 daggers.
You could be a paladin. You could be a cleric.
That's
be a
also
really
true.
niche cleric.
My
Or
favorite paladin
You
weapon.
could be
daggers.
someone super fucking weird and be like a barbarian that follows a patron.
Based
So-
on the phrasing, I'm guessing warlock.
Possibly, that is correct. You are a warlock, so you can write that down.
That explains the smell of magic.
Yes. And I'm going to send the picture of the god. So you would see this man in this white robe. Or not really man, it's kind of undistinguishable, but this is humanoid in this white robe and this like black is like, you can't even see the face. So it's just like a midnight black inside of the robe. And you can see that he does have a hand that seems to hold on to like essentially like a snow white spear. It is this like skeletal white hand. But he's wearing all white, just this giant white robe.
Who the fuck?
And you
Heart
would
goes so hard. What the hell?
you would hear them go. Welcome. Good to see you again. Dahira.
The hero just looks confused.
I see you haven't gained all your memories back yet, have you?
No. I thought I'd try to see if I had somebody I follow.
Well, you thought correctly, which is good.
Yay!
I know the gods will try to have me killed if I tell you your memories back. So, instead I will try to find some ways to look into it for you.
Huh.
Should enough
Okay.
time pass and you haven't figured anything out, I will take the time to try and get you in the right direction.
Okay.
And since you don't seem to remember much, I guess I should tell you what type of patron I am.
That would be helpful.
Mildly.
I am a patron of the undead.
Ah.
When
That
you got
checks out.
your vampire powers, you were in the running. And so you turned to me.
Yeah.
If there's anything you wish to ask,
I don't
I
remember
was.
your name.
my name. And you'd hear him say something, but it is almost like as if his name itself is cut out of existence.
Whoa.
Meaning,
She just looks sad.
he would just look to you and just go, I understand if you can't understand what my name was. Many struggle too. Perhaps, if you get stronger, that might change. But for now, you need to get on your way. Your companions are waiting.
Okay.
Take care. And you'd see him bring his spear up, slam it down to the ground, and wish there would be a ripple of the floor, and you'd fall through the floor, as all of your vision goes white, and your body goes numb. And then you'd come out of meditation.
Wow.
She
As-
just sits there for a minute, just processing.
You know, valid.
Got a hard load circle. Give it a moment.
So yeah, it's one of those things where like the rest of y'all are about ready to go, and Nabaz would have to look over to T-Hero and just go, "Hey, Tira, you good to go?"
Huh? Yeah.
Ready to head out? Okay. Don't forget your water sack. You're gonna need that.
She just picks it up,
Alright.
ties it to her belt.
Hell yeah. Y'all are gonna start heading out essentially. So we vibe. Y'all gonna now do some travel. I'm gonna roll some dice and see what happens within the 3 days of travel. If you guys end up wanting to try anything, to try and learn some more about your characters or yourselves, feel free to. You guys are basically gonna be walking on like essentially just a forested like a forest path. The goblin tribe, because it is like one of the like more like calm, peaceful, and passive ones, they're one of the few tribes that actually have a path to Pineville. That like Pineville themselves are okay with them, like, you know, keeping paved and everything. Just because they don't actually try to do raids on the town, unlike some of the other tribes. So they're okay with it.
Wow.
At some point, Jake will probably walk up to Tahira and he'll just say, Miss Tahira, you seemed rather rattled last night. Are you feeling any better now?
Sort of. Kinda hungry, though.
I'm sure we can figure out something soon.
She just sticks her tongue out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You would see.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you'd see Namath just kind of like flick his ear, and just go, "There should be some rations in your pack, if I remember correctly, or at least I should have given you some. Apologies if I didn't."
Appreciated.
Yep. Little does he know. But yeah, you guys will continue traveling unless there's anything else going on here. I'm gonna start telling you guys the outcome of the random encounter rolls.
Whenever like the party gets some downtime or takes a quick break, okay, not to be a copycat, but I'm honestly still not 1000% sure what my class is. Could Streak see if he has a connection with the deity or not?
You could try. Sure.
I would like to try.
You know what to do, right?
No, meditate?
Meditate.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Okay.
Meditate
gotcha.
and roll a d20.
Yep.
Alright, got it. Just a minute. That's a nat 1.
So with a nat 1, you sit down, and you realize you don't even remember the gods of this world. So like you sit here and you're like, wait, how do I meditate to the gods or the deities if I don't know the names? How the fuck did she make that? Hold up.
It was worth a
She
shot.
didn't mention that she found
Yeah.
out she has a patron.
Yeah,
No, I know,
but it's
I
just
mean-
that natural, just like, if someone else could, theoretically, how the fuck do you do it? Type of thing.
And then, yeah, I know. I was just more or less thinking it's true, or just probably just try anything, just to find a clue about his memories while they're walking. Also, while he's, since it's in that one, I'd like to imagine, while he's so lost in thought, he just forgets to breathe at a point and just starts coughing. And he just decides, oh, forget it.
Tahira just tilts her head confused.
She doesn't understand this whole breathing mechanic some other people have to deal with.
He just looks very confused as to why there's suddenly an aggressive sound coming from Streelk.
Tahira has not studied carbon monoxide.
Oh man, I mean, to be fair, she doesn't have a high intel, so that would check.
Gotcha.
But that being said, you guys will start traveling. That first day goes by completely fine. I want to mention, it goes by pretty well. The second day of travel go by pretty well. Nothing really happens. On the third day, it feels like it's going by pretty well. I will have you guys, just for the fuck of it, honestly. I guess, what are you guys choosing to do for like night shift through these nights? Are you just kind of like Are you doing night shifts, or are you guys just going to bed?
Dove would stay awake.
I think Streak would too.
Alright, so you guys
Tahira
take
would
turns.
get the little bit of sleep she needs, and then just kind of sit awake and wait for Namaz to fall asleep. Before
Fair.
just looking at the other two like, I'm fucking starving.
Valid. Yeah, because that's why I'm asking. Is because like y'all would have to probably do her food stuff during night.
Dove would always go with, he would always take his shift when she wakes up. So he and her would sleep first. That
Okay.
would kind of be the strategy.
So Stroke would be up for the first half of the shift, and literally when she's getting up, it'd be like another hour or two before Dove's getting up, and then you guys would swap places essentially.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah.
And then that's when Dove would slash his hand and give her blood.
That works. Yeah.
And it's just the consistent, like, fucking ow, my fucking hand.
And she regularly takes a little bit of her water,
Fair
cleans off
enough.
his hand, bandages it back up.
It's also a good thing and also technically he can just use her water to keep himself watered. He's not gonna dry out because he's stealing her water, so it makes it look like she drank.
Yeah, that
Oh,
too.
man. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
There's some 40
that's what I have to
chests
say.
over in this bitch.
By the way, on the third night, Acrid, I'm gonna have you as Dobe roll me a con save.
Hmm?
Yeah, roll me a con save.
I don't wanna.
Roll me a con save.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know what my con modifier is, so here we go.
You're about to find out.
Oh,
Well, I probably fail anyways. I got a 5.
Alright, so you have a +3. You're not proficient because you're a rogue. So you got an 8 in total.
Okay.
So, you would start to feel like, I'd say this is like shortly after you've like, Streelk's probably starting to get ready for bed. And you've probably just like gotten done, like, cutting open your arm to like, essentially, give blood into the bowl for, Tahira. Yeah, thank you. Brain's blanking a little bit tonight.
neighborhood dampier.
Yep. Hi, Rena. Yes, what's up, buddy? All right, bye, I guess. So you would just be finishing up on that. You'd be handing her the bowl and all that, and you'd feel like almost just like an impulse to get up, essentially. And it's weird because you're not thinking about doing it, but it just feels like your body is naturally feeling an impulse to just start heading in a random direction in the woods.
Wow. Alright.
As you begin to slowly walk towards the woods, essentially.
I'm sure this can only go well. I
So,
feel like I have to ask, does anyone notice Fjord just suddenly dipping like that?
I mean, Namaz, are you awake or asleep? Because I'm imagining from my understanding that they're probably asleep in the majority of this nights. So
I was
roll
just
that.
about to get to that.
Okay. Yeah, because they would be asleep right now because of the whole thing. You guys obviously went doing the blood thing during all that. Yeah. Streelk, you're gonna roll me a disadvantage perception check. I will say, Tahira, you were literally just with him. Like, he was just sitting right beside you, so you would notice for sure.
Can I say something about that, please?
Yeah, sure.
I rolled a dex to stop him.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 19. Because I would have been watching him just get up and walk away.
Okay, so we're gonna roll this off of just specifically a dex save, essentially. So you rolled a natural 19 and you have a +2. You are not proficient in dex saves. So you got a 21 in total. With that nat 1, by the way, Dylan, Stroke does not notice. You are on the brink of fully being asleep. You are you can hear the commotion, but because of your current state of sleep, all you're really hearing is you know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Yeah, your brain's not computing it. But yeah, you can try to stop him. How are you trying to stop him?
I'm going to literally just grab at his waist and legs. Try to get him to fall over type of thing, because I can't get up fast enough.
All right.
Also, Dolb is small.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
that's
it's
fair.
literally that thing of the warlock is just trying to tackle the rogue.
All right, cool. I mean, normally I'd be like, yeah, Acrid, you need to roll yourself a dex save. But because honestly, it's one of those things where because it is your body's naturally moving on impulse, I'm going to be rolling that dex save for you. Because this is a separate, it'll make more sense in the long run. Hello, ant, die. All right. Sorry. Not on my fucking watch in this house. So you will.
Anyway,
You will manage to stop him. I kid you not, by one. He rolled a dirty 20. So it is like by a 1 mark. You will manage to stop him. So you'll like grab his ankle and basically just kind of like he'll just kind of face plant.
Wait, I would have a high plus to dex saves because I have high
Yep.
dex and I'm proficient.
Since I rolled it for you, you'll know you had proficiency. You have a +7 in your dex saves.
She just kind of sits on him, just like, no. Not allowed to move.
No, the bag.
And that's when you would just hear from the woods, just very faintly, "You're no fun. You don't have blood for me to alter." And you would see a gleam. As you can see a blade kind of just gleaming very lightly from like the darker areas. Because yes, you do have dark vision, but that's still limited to some degree. You can't just see perfectly in the dark at the end of the day, even with dark vision. You can still very lightly see like an outline of a person. As they're standing probably like 80 feet away from you essentially right now.
But
in
here is
between some
just
shrubs.
glaring at where the gleam was with this expression of, he's mine, fuck off.
My friend, no.
Yeah.
It's funny to me because I'm just going.
Hey, Thrilk,
What's up?
roll me a con save.
I saw that coming. All right. 1 second.
Yep.
Oh God, that's a nat 3.
Brother.
Nat 3. Right.
Oh, physical dice. You are not doing me justice today.
So you do have proficiency, by the way. You have a +6.
Oh.
So, with that dirty 9, that's still sadly not going to be enough, though. But at least you know you have a pretty good modifier. You
My health
would.
must be awesome.
Your body, despite being in almost a complete, essentially, you're like in a dazed, like side effect condition right now because you are basically asleep. No, you're literally incapacitated. You're literally incapacitated.
Oh, do I sleepwalk?
You are actively sleepwalking as your body is beginning to move on its own, starting to make its way over to that said figure.
Tahira would panic, scream out no, and just do the same thing she did to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Just sending out the wave of force.
All right, so you're going to send out that wave of force. So you can do that. Also, because of that scream, I'm going to be honest, Namaz and Stu can roll me an advanced perception check to wake the fuck up to that.
You are fluffies, and that's a scream.
Yep, Namaz is waking up.
Oh my God, that's my third nat 1 today.
Is that your physical dice?
Yeah, that's my physical dice.
Did you use all
Grab
your
a different set.
Yeah, you
I don't have a different set.
Come to my room. I have multiple sets.
Okay,
I'm shipping you. I'm shipping you 3 sets.
Yeah.
Send me your address.
He's walking away right now, but he's coming over. I hear him coming. So.
I'm not even mad. I'm just confused.
Yeah. I've got a bag right there. You see that little knitted bag? I have some dice in that. Anya's mom made it. Next shelf.
This?
There you go. Yeah, there should be some dice in there.
Gotcha.
You can use those if you want.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide the sheet so you don't accidentally see your sheet.
Oh, damn it! I didn't think about that.
Haha! Frickin' nerd.
Alright. Since I'm
Yeah.
mostly using the D20, I'll just take that.
Okay, cool. Just make sure to give it back, I guess.
Yeah. Just make it easier to transport.
Heck yeah. Alright, so while he's coming back, yeah, I guess go and roll me your to hit. I don't know if you've rolled an actual to hit before with this.
Nope.
Alright. I'm gonna kick in
And
the
headphones
actual
are back
music.
on.
Nice.
Natural 11.
Natural 11. Well, with your... Let me see what you have with your to hits on this. You have a +6 to hit on it. As you'd realize now that you've become a warlock, you'd realize this is Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah.
As you do it with a dirty 17, and you will hit. As
Yay!
you strike this person, and do you want me to roll the damage, or do you want to roll the damage? It's a 1d10 plus 3 force damage.
I won't roll the damage.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, you have agonizing blast. That's what that means.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
The +3's there.
Aw.
Hmm?
Only a 2.
Only a 2? So 2 plus 3, so 5 in total. So you'll do 5 damage to this figure. And you see it strike them as they tried to bring their blade up to block it in time, and you see them just kind of like take a step back. As you'd see that kind of like glimmer of these like red eyes, like basically making daggers towards you now, Tahira. And everybody can roll initiative as you start the fight with the Blood Witch.
Am I awake now?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Force them.
Got it.
Because DM said, fuck your nat 1, I'll keep that for later.
Okay. Alright.
got a 3.
Alright.
I got a 12.
3 and 12.
I got a 5.
I don't know what my plus
Okay.
is.
I should write these down, shouldn't I? That'd be crazy. Wow, I'm so smart. So 12, Tahira, 5, Dolb, 3.
Wait, I got a
Thrill.
5.
I got a 3.
I had a 5.
I rolled.
Oh.
I rolled.
Oh,
it.
my bad,
I rolled
my
in
bad.
that 3.
Gotcha,
I don't know
gotcha.
my pluses.
I got it mixed. Alright, hold up. Alright, and then a 5 for Strilk. What was that for? Oh my god, the healer's going first. Namas.
What's my plus?
Right, you have a plus. That reminds me, I gotta tell you guys that. So, Tahira, you have a +2.
Wow.
Dobe, you have a +4.
Okay.
And then, Strilk, you have a +2.
Got it.
And then the Blood Witch. Alright, and the Blood Witch goes second. Understood. So, you guys will begin the fight. As, first up is Namaz. As you see Namaz, just like, you see him kind of like scratch his eyes like, what the fuck is going, oh my god. As you see him raise his staff up. Immediately like grabbing it and raising up. And you see him just start chanting something. As, I'm going to see, he's going to, as he would start casting something onto you, Dope. As you have gained resistance. So if they like slash you or something like that, you'll get a D4 to minus off the damage.
Oh.
And then you would
Yay.
see with his first level, spell. Or actually not first level spell. Let me check what level this is actually now that I think about this. Hold up. Right. Okay, buddy. Yeah, that's real cool. Awesome. So, you would see as he's going to kind of use this in a weird way. He uses Grasping Vine, so they're going to have to roll a dex save. And they did, okay. So you see him like start creating these like vines that start to wrap around her like arm and like her legs, essentially trying to hold her down. And you see her just tear out of it essentially. Just using her knife to like immediately just slash off the vines before they can really start to do anything. As she manages to get out of the grasping vine. As that will be Nodmaz's turn. Essentially, his whole thing is he's less of a damage character and more of just full support. That is his whole shtick. As next up is the Blood Witch. And you would see the Blood Witch look over to you. And you would feel a hex become placed on you, Anya, Tahira.
Okay.
As it's a simple, it's just like the normal everyday D&D spell hex. So if you start getting hit, it's gonna start taking a little bit of extra damage. Just a heads up. As she would start racing towards you, and you see that dagger that she had start to shift and shape in a different light. What was once a dagger, you'd see it start beginning to form into like essentially a longsword. As she runs up to you and swings. As I'm going to roll. That is a 18 plus 6 to hit. As she is going to hit you with her blood longsword. I know, not too surprising, huh? The blood longsword on the Blood Witch. Yeah, pretty different. One of a kind.
Pretty original.
Yeah, pretty original. Yeah, you know. As she will do 7 slashing damage to your character, you now realize your max HP is 52, meaning that if you took 4 damage, or no, it's not 4, sorry, the 4 plus yada yada yada. Yeah.
7.
Yeah, 7. Thank you, my brain blanked for a second. That is going to leave you with 45 health. Yep. As you basically get slashed across the side, and you see her take one more swing, as she does have a multi-attack. This is the monster sheet that I didn't make, by the way. Someone else made this, and I'm using it. As you see her miss with her second swing, as it comes off a little sloppy. As she like take a swing at your head, like right after doing like a slash at your chest. She'd immediately try to bring it back up to go for your neck, essentially. And you basically just take a step back to move out of the way. Getting a better look at her, you can see that this lady is this, like, very pale-skinned lady with this, like, red robe that she seems to wear over her body. With this, like, black and red, like, checkered, like, pattern over it, essentially. And she does seem to have chains that she seems to be wielding. And she has, like, chains that kind of, like, wrap around her wrist. But she doesn't seem to be using them right now. But she does seem to have chains that she seems to be using on the side. As that is the Blood Witch's turn. As next up, if I remember correctly, is Tahira.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to do?
Tahira grabs her great club and just starts swinging.
Okay. So
the only thing she says is, "My friends!"
I don't know. My visual image, I know it's probably not like this canon-wise, but I just have a visual image of like Tahira being blindfolded and swinging like crazy at a pinata, but just kind of veers off and starts breaking the place.
Oh man, but yeah, go and roll your to hit. Because it's not any club, it's a great club.
Nat 19. I don't know what any of the modifiers are. I also don't know what my AC is.
You have a +5 on your bonus, and you have an AC of 13. So, yeah, so with that natural 19, you roll a dirty 24. As going to roll your damage with the Great Club, it's 1d8 plus 1.
Where's my d8? Where's my d8?
You got this.
6!
Nice! So you
Plus 1 is 7.
Nice! Alright. So you do 7, like, bludgeoning damage to this Blood Witch. As you just clock her in the shoulder. Just kind of knocking her to, like, the right side of you, essentially. As she just kind of, like...
You said I had a 13 for my AC or a 14?
13.
13.
Yep. As essentially, you'd see her, like, basically, as soon as she gets knocked, you'd see her, like, almost fall over and then basically have to slam her right foot down into the ground to, like, reposition herself so she didn't get knocked off balance.
Can I use bonus action to punch her?
You could use bonus action to punch her if you want, or you could try to use a cantrip. You are a warlock. Most
I don't know
likely,
what cantrips I've got.
Yeah, so here's the thing. While you don't know what cantrips you have right now, if you use the cantrips you know about right now enough, you'll probably eventually start real slowly unlocking some of the cantrips just naturally through your memory.
Or you can just say a spell name and see what happens.
Yeah, you could, if you want to try and just go, you know what, fuck it, maybe
you
I have this.
act as if I know the spells' names.
That's it's fair. Yeah, no, fair enough. But like, you could really just go fire burst, and you see what happens.
Hey, Anya, hear me out. Just say power word kill.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It would make more sense if she had vicious mockery.
It's like, bitch.
Do you
Just
wanna...
that literal thing of taking her need to have her friends as her own, and just they're my friends, you waste of red.
All right. So I'm gonna roll to see what happens with this here. We'll see if what cantrip you basically end up using by doing this. Because the one thing I will say straight up, if you had vicious mockery, I would let that just activate immediately. But I did not make this character sheet with vicious mockery because I didn't expect.
No!
I didn't really quite know how you're gonna make this character. So
act and airhead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what you got. So she's gonna roll a dex save, is what she's gonna do. As essentially, when you say that, you see these spectral blades begin to form around your body and start to spin rapidly, like basically slashing in every direction around you. As you cast Sword Burst.
Ooh.
And she fails her dex save, so she's gonna take 2d6 force damage. Damn, 9 force damage. Sorry about that. I just preemptively rolled ahead of time without thinking. My apologies. Do you want to roll that yourself?
See if I can get anything more.
Yeah. We'll do that. My bad.
Aw.
No, we go with the 9.
We'll go with the 9. Yeah, we'll go with the 9.
Also, I meant more. The agonizing blast is a bonus you have from your Eldritch class to the Eldritch blast.
Yeah.
It's an Eldritch evocation.
Yep. That is correct.
I don't know where that would go.
You wouldn't know that. You don't know that as a person, but that is a thing.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially, the way Sword Burst works is that anyone within 5 feet of you would have to roll dex saves. Obviously, not your allies, though.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I'm really on the ground next to her.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, so essentially, these swords just start, spinning around you, in a pretty rapid speed, as it starts to, cut up the Blood Witch. And she kind of, once again, is a thing of, a good 3 slashes go across their, shoulder and chest before they have to bring up the longsword to basically block the next strike.
Hell yeah.
That is the hero's turn.
My friends.
My friends. Hell yeah.
Go the fuck away.
I love the idea of being like, my friends, and just swords everywhere, Beyblade.
Next up is Doe.
Alright, so Dobe is going to Tahira is off of him, right?
Yes.
I'm
Tahira
going
is
to
now
assume
standing.
yes, yeah.
Thank God. Okay, so
Tahira is now standing, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to use her club.
Yeah, fair. So, is there a bush or anything Dobe can roll into, roll to the side and get stealth in?
I mean, you're in a forested area, so I'd say yeah, you probably could. There's also the tents that you guys set up for the night too.
So, can I can I use I'm going to guess I have this. Can I use cunning action to hide in the bush?
I will double check. You should have cunning action, yes.
Yay! I am at least level 2.
You're at least level 3. You have a fucking.
I know, but still, I have to check.
Yeah, that's fair.
66 HP. I think it might be more than that, to be fair.
Nah, we barely level 4. Really tanky level 4. Alright, so Dobe would roll into the brush and he's going to use his bonus action to hide, and that is a 19.
Alright, yeah, with that 19, you will hide.
Okay.
I can't tell if you're doing successfully or not, or if they see you or not, because you wouldn't know.
I know. Alright, I now want to stab the bitch.
Alright, so how are you going to stab the bitch? You just hid inside the bush.
Yes, I'm going to basically, Dove is going to jump out from the bush and essentially take his short sword in an attempt to sneak attack her in like the back of her side.
Yeah, go for it. I want to mention, I love the idea of just like, all right, I'm gonna go into this bush that is like in eyesight. All right, I'm hidden. Now I'm gonna come right back out.
I don't know. Dove's fucking. He does. I don't know. I rarely play rogues.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
D&D logic. It's like, where the fuck he go?
Yeah, go
I
roll
think
your
she would
d10.
be a bit more distracted by the hyper-aggressive warlock who just bashed her upside the face.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll my hit. That's a nat 19.
Nat 19.
I do not know what my plus on my short sword is.
You
I'm
have
assuming
a
plus 7.
+7. Yes, so you're gonna do 1d6 plus 4 damage.
Yay. I'm.
And you want to know a fun fact because you have something that you would be activating upon doing this slash.
Oh.
As you have a feat called Slasher, so you would be able to reduce the speed of them. So every time, so once per turn, the person that you slash, their speed is reduced by 10 temporarily until their next turn,
Okay. Hell yeah.
or until your next turn. Sorry, you get what I mean. So yeah, so they're
Yeah.
temporarily like 10 feet slower than normal.
Hell yeah.
As
I
you
don't know if I
basically-
increase.
Yeah?
I don't know if I increase my dex or my strength with that, so I'll find out later.
You'll figure it out. But yeah, go and roll your damage. As you roll your damage, I'm just going to mention, you basically, essentially, like, right after you come out of this bush, you basically come, like, dashing behind them, essentially. Almost using the bush, essentially, like a cover, while they're, like, actively dealing with the vampire in front of them. And you basically just, like,
Vampire!
The vampire, sorry. As you just basically come, like, running up from behind them, and just do, like, a horizontal slash with the run in the process. Not really
Yay.
stopping to do a slash, just like a running slash, essentially.
Cool. Would I get sneak attack?
You would, yes. So you get a roll 4d6.
Oh. Oh, okay. We're a higher. We're a higher level than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Around 7 or 8, if my memory is correct.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna guess.
You are guessing
Yeah.
correct. You guys are level 7.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to give you
This
guys
is-
low health. I'd be stupid.
Dude,
Or low.
honestly, this is just fun finding out like about your character as you're going. This is weirdly fucking fun.
Hell yeah. I'm glad.
I would love to learn more about my character. Looks over at the Neville.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Not trying to throw shade. Just thought it was fun. I could see the comedy in it too.
Yeah, it's just unlucky as hell, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm also grabbing physical dice for this shit.
I got you.
Alright. So I rolled my. I got 6 slashing
Okay.
and 8 sneak attack.
Hell yeah. Alright, so you got 8 damage on your sneak attack, and you got
6 slashing. So
6
that would
slashing.
be
Okay.
that'd be 14 in total.
Okay, cool. And that was adding your +4 on your short sword damage, right?
Yes, I rolled a 2. for
Oh,
my
that's
short
still
sword.
unlucky. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair though. That happens. So you essentially just do that slash, and you know, like you guys would just keep on going with the fight here. That's your turn. So next up is Streelk.
Okay. Fuck it. Mitz, I have a guess on
Uh-huh.
what my class does.
Okay.
Is it barbarian?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It wasn't until you told me my con was a +6 that it hit me. That's like, all right, great axe doesn't have any armor, proficient in con. It's probably a barbarian.
Yeah.
All right.
Good guess.
In that case, for my bonus action, I would like to rage.
Yeah, so you can go into a rage. As soon as you wake up and you see what's going on, you realize you're standing up and you're looking around and you're seeing everything that's going on. You heard the scream, you're seeing all this shit start happening. And it's taking you like a moment to kind of really realize what's going on here. And you can just feel this, like, you can't tell if it's anger or if it's annoyance. But you can feel it festering up in your body right now. as you
Okay.
enter the rage.
So how I kind of want to canonize this for Streak's first ever rage. So as you described it, as he's sort of gathering his bearings, and when it gets to him, everyone can just hear the great axe just kind of slam into the ground as Streak takes it off, and he'll just say to the Blood Witch, How dare you? And he is going to charge right in, pissed off as all hell, and I'm gonna go for a great axe swing.
Go right ahead.
Streak really feels like the guy who would have petty. Like he's just more annoyed than anything else. He's just like, this is an inconvenience.
Okay,
You have
so
mildly inconvenienced me.
okay, so Nits. I know it's a 1d12. What's my plus? Or should I just roll the d12 first?
It's 1d12 plus 4, but did you roll your tit?
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, let me do that.
You get a plus 7, by the way.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
lovely. I like this. All right, come on.
Yeah.
Give me your long sword, bitch. Yes.
That's a dirty 10.
Dirty 10? Okay, yeah. So sadly, you are gonna miss on this swing. As like you basically bring this great axe over your head and basically like, try to bring it directly down onto her shoulder. But at this time, this is when the slash from Dobe would happen. So the way I'm gonna run this is essentially that not really you missing, but rather her just like because of that slash, she kind of stumbles more to the side, basically throwing that aim off.
Gotcha. I don't suppose I have multi-attack.
You do actually.
Barbarians get multi-attack, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So you have one more swing to go.
Yes. Okay, hang on, let me just write this down while I'm here before I forget. Okay, come on.
Oh.
Come on.
You got this, man.
I swear to God, if
Yeah.
this doesn't work, I'm just gonna swap the Google Dice roller for the rest of the session.
It's valid. It's valid. Come on, man.
That's a dirty 13.
Oh, you know what? That'll hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
It's a magic caster. They normally don't have high AC, so you're good. Yeah,
Oh,
so
thank-
yeah. Go and roll your damage
Alright.
here, man.
Okay, and that is, altogether, that's 14.
Okay, so with that 14 slashing damage, you bring... You're like, after like that first miss, you basically pull it out, bring it up to your side, and do like a swinging horizontal swing. And then you just like basically graze her like rib cage area, essentially.
Wait, I just realized something. Rage gives bonus damage, right?
Rage, I will double check. So, you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. +2 to melee damage with strength weapons. This is a strength weapon, so you get a +2 to your damage. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And you can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging.
Okay, that's what I mostly wanted to know. So with that extra +2, so that's 16 altogether. then,
Okay,
actually.
16. Yeah. So yeah, you will get that like 16 damage in as you just like drag your axe across her like ribs, essentially.
Alright, as he does that, he'll just say, I'll make you pay for your insolence!
All
I'll
right.
end my turn on that note.
Hell yeah. In the next turn, it is back at the Namaz. As Namaz would just look to, he would look to Hira and just go, "Oh, you got hurt. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good." And you see him just kind of like run up and just kind of like poke Tahira on the back with his staff as he will do a casting of Cure Wounds. And you will get 8 health back. I think that brings you back up to full because she only did 7 damage to you in the past. Yep, you're back to full health.
I don't know why, but I really pictured him walking up and it's just staying as far away as possible and just like reaching as far as he can. Like, I don't want to be close to this shit.
I mean, there's axes being swung around. There's blades. There's spectral blades. There's a great club, and there's a frog with a longsword, all swinging. Like, you wouldn't want to be near the like essentially flash like burst of attacks.
I feel like this should also be mentioned. There is a bowl of a mysterious liquid that has been spilled on the ground.
Yeah, he wouldn't have noticed that yet in the panic, but that might come to be later on if something isn't done about it in the midst of all the combat. But yeah, you would see with his bonus action, he would just look to the group and just go, yeah, I'll do this, and just cast resistance on Tahira this time. So the resistance that was on Dope is gone, but now it's on Tahira.
That's what he cast. Fair enough.
Yep. As yeah, if someone hits you, if they hit you again, you'll get like it'll take the -4 on the damage, so it'll like reduce the damage a bit. As next up is the Blood Witch. As I'm gonna read something real quick. Just get it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll me a charisma save this time. For Streelk and Dope.
Why?
Hey.
Why are you an asshole? Why you do this to me?
Wait, I'm just realizing I'm a barbarian and I have a 19 charisma. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious as well. That's why I did it.
Understandable. Okay.
I'm joking. The stats were randomized. I did not pick these stats for you guys.
So, okay, I'm gonna roll. Alright, here we go.
Oh my god,
What?
that's a good roll. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
I got a nat 19, and I'm assuming my charisma save is -1.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys both will succeed. So you feel as once again you see them like beginning to move their feet in a specific way, and they begin to like kind of clap their hand once, as you could feel as if they were trying to repel you away by using your blood.
Damn.
Yep.
My friends.
As
My friends.
you would see this irritation start to like twitch in their eye, and they're just go, fine, then we can play this way. And you'd see her begin to, like, once again, you'd see that, like, blade that she was swinging in her hand, you'd see it deform, and then travel up the chains that she has, like, that are, like, connected onto her wrists. As you see her use it to form blades on the end of the chains, as she begins to swing the blades around her.
Oh.
As
yes.
she will be doing AoE attacks now. So
I think I'm about to learn my max health, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good way to learn. And
Yeah.
I'm definitely at max health as far as anyone needs to know.
It's a good day to be a barbarian right now with my raging. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna roll me 2 dex saves.
Okay. That's one of the few things I have nothing for.
I think I already have these. I already was given a save proficiency.
Alright.
So
I got a 16 on the first one and a 2 on the second.
16 and 2?
on the natural rolls.
Okay, so you have a
So
plus 2.
an 18 and a 4.
Yep. 18 and a 4. Alright, so you'll succeed the first one.
I got a nat 7 and then a nat 2. I have no clue what my dex mod is.
So you have a plus 2 in yours as well, so you're gonna fail both of them. And
figured.
what did Dobe get for his 2?
What'd you get?
I got, because I already know that I have a +7 in my dex saves.
Uh-huh.
I got a dirty 20
Okay.
and a dirty math 23.
Okay, cool. So Dobe, you immediately, when you see her just beginning the swing of this chain, you immediately, like, jump back out of the way. Like, you jump back 5 feet. Like, you're like, no, fuck, I'm not being in that vicinity. As for the other two, Tahira, you managed to get hit on the first strike, but you managed to get your great club up after the second hit. Streel, it completely catches you off guard. You didn't really fully realize what this lady was able to do until after you see her do this. You didn't really realize her change her dagger into a longsword. You didn't realize that she was using blood magic until she began swinging the blade with a literal blood sword. So it kind of catches you off guard, thus causing you to get hit with both of these. So I'm going to roll the two different damages. And the first one will be the one that both you and Tahira will take. And the second one will just be the one that only Stroke takes.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll the damage here. Oh, where is that damage die? There it is.
What?
Alright. As the first one is going to be 10 damage. And the second one...
Really fast. I don't normally play much with resistances going on, since it would, what kind of damage is it again?
It is slashing.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, I should have resistance to that.
Yep.
So how would that work? What would it cut it down to is what I'm asking.
It would basically
Cuts it in
half the
half.
damage. Yes.
Okay, so only 5 then. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. And the second one is going to be 12. That's the one that only you're getting hit by. So that's going to be 6. So you're
So
going
what
to take...
kind of
11
resistance
total.
does Tahira have at the moment?
Tahira gets a d4 to take off the damage. So I'm going to roll a d4 for you here. And because it is Namath's spell, I think that makes sense. 4, that's lucky. Max roll. So out of that 10 damage, you're only going to take 6, Tahira. So you should now be down to 46. Yep. And Stroke, you realize that you had a max health of 75. So you only took
Okay.
11 damage in total. After taking off the resistances. So you are down to 64 health out of the 75.
Cool. All right.
Alright. That's like basically how she used her multi-attack, was just doing like 2 massive swings with this chain and blood sword. As that'll be her turn. Next up is Tahira.
Same thing.
Okay. Are you going for another cantrip or are you swinging?
Yeah, I'm going for another cantrip.
Hell yeah. Alright. So I am going to roll you, unless you're going for a specific one, we're just going to roll and see which ones you get.
I'm doing a physical hit first.
Okay, physical hit first and then a gotcha.
So 19.
Okay, 19. Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And that does 6 damage.
Okay. So, with that 6 damage done, you can see that this blood witch has become bloodied. The other thing is that when you begin to try and cast a cantrip, you realize the cantrip that you tried casting, that like began to manifest, didn't quite do anything straight away. Almost like as if it is a reactionary cantrip. As you realize this mage hand, it feels violent for some reason. Like, it doesn't feel like it wants to pick things up. It feels like it wants to slap someone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So next time you get hit, you'll be able to use Matcha Hand. So do you wish to try for a different cantrip, or do you wish to use one of your current ones?
Try for a different one.
Okay. So, can this be used in combat?
Oh my god.
Okay. So it could. I'm gonna have to roll a what is this? What did I use for this? Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to roll a charisma save. Is how we're gonna roll this. They're gonna roll a charisma save of 14 as you cast friends on them. Okay, they do succeed. So now they're just annoyed. But essentially, you try casting friends on them, and you realize, like, oh, I don't want to be friends with this person, and you just see the, like, witch just kind of, like, twitch her eye a little at, like, oh my god, did you really just try to use a spell to make me friendly with you?
Bro, did you really just try to add me on Facebook?
But yeah, that'll be the end of Tahira's turn.
Could have just punched her.
Yeah, he could have just punched her.
Hey, well, you learned some very valuable information on what you had.
Yeah, mind your hand and friends. Next up is Dobe.
All right, Dobe is going to jump back forward, and he's got a weird idea for this one. So for his bonus action, he would excrete some of the poisonous touch to his skin,
Okay.
because I'm assuming that's what that would be.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. And then for my action, I want to hop up, grab the back of this bitch's head, and slam her into the ground.
Hey.
Alright. So
And
basically,
she is basically head slammed by a fucking frog.
so essentially what you're wanting to do, just to understand this correctly, using your action, you're doing essentially like a form of grapple, and then with the bonus action, you're using the grung poison. Well,
Yes.
basically trying to slam her into the ground. Okay, cool. So, I
So
guess
even if I fail the athletics, I'm still poison her, which is why I did the poison first.
fair enough. Alright, so go and roll me the athletics check.
Yay! 13 plus 9.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah,
Yay!
so you basically like jump up behind her when you see an opening in between the swings and basically grab onto her neck and bring her down.
Nice.
Yeah, as essentially you manage to like get like, it's not like a weight thing of like, oh, it's too much weight on her, but it's more of like you gained enough momentum to basically shove her down. As she will take the 2d4 poison damage. She's gonna roll a con to see if it gets halved or not. She rolled horribly with that, so with her natural 2, she is not going to be able to reduce it. She will be taking the 2d4
poisoned
poison
for a
damage.
minute.
Roll the damage!
Yep.
Bitch!
Yeah, so the way grung poison works, you can apply this poison to any piercing weapon on the point of the attack, or you can use it in the other way, like how you did now. The target must succeed a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or take 2d4 poison damage. But the way I always do it is like, well, if you fail, I'll still make it half. But yeah. How much damage did
So
you take?
she takes 6 poison damage.
Okay, so you see, you basically like feel your poison begin to seep in some of her pores in their neck, essentially. And you can see like slowly there's this like little bit of purple that's starting to form in like the back of her neck because of that.
Hell yeah. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
gonna stand there. I was just holding her down. Fuck you, bitch. You're
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I will cry.
Oh man. All right.
Weirdly strong grung. Fucking tackle a bitch.
Alright, next up is Strilk. And I'm gonna mention right now Strilk because she is actively technically grappled and technically
prone.
restrained. You will have advantage on your to hits.
I'm attacking this bitch.
Fair enough.
There's really no way to put it. I'm just gonna attack her.
Alright.
First one. Okay, first one is 14, and I'll roll the other one just for fun. I wish I
Okay.
didn't. That's not one. Fuck.
Okay. So, here's what's gonna happen. With your 14, go and roll your damage with that first attack.
Okay. 1 minute. That's my other D20, not my D12. Shit. What's hang on.
That's
Okay.
19 damage because I rolled a d20.
God.
Altogether,
Brilliant.
that's 11.
11 damage? Okay, cool. So with that 11 damage, you basically bring it straight down onto her hip bone, essentially. Basically trying to aim for immobilizing her. So you basically like bring this great axe straight down, and you can feel it like hit her body, and you can feel where like it kind of hits a bit of a bone, and then it grates down and hits the ground. As you basically like grind it across like the left hip bone of the back area, and then bring it down until it hits the dirt. You weren't able to cut through her, but
Okay.
you were able to hit some bone there.
Okay.
You would see that most likely it's a thing of if it was anybody else, they'd already be bleeding out pretty profusely from a strike like that. But because it is a blood witch, she's able to basically maintain and keep her body in her blood in her body.
I see.
That being said, that nat 1 would start to come into play as like when your axe like goes into the ground, you feel it snap. as the blade, as the handle, this like basically metal handle snaps.
The fuck?
How do you?
That's my fourth nat 1 today!
Yeah, I feel so bad, man. But yeah, as it just snaps as you no longer have your great axe. You still have your javelin and your sling though.
You might be able to use it at like the broken handle part as like a battle axe.
I mean,
maybe?
technically it's a quarterstaff now.
Well, if you take the axe blade.
If you take the axe blade, you could.
Can I do that?
If you really want to use the axe blade, it's not gonna do a D12. It'll do a D8.
Okay, so I don't know if this is what's fucking with me. I pictured the handle snapped in the middle. Is it closer to the axe?
Oh no, it's towards like right at the very edge of the blade.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, no, it's a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Never mind. That was me trying. I was like, well, I can see it working. You're like, no, it's like at the axe. I'm like, never mind. There's nothing to grab. Sorry.
Yeah, my apologies.
Okay. So, admittedly, even a D8 will do more than the javelin.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah, I'll just do that, actually. That
All
makes
right.
most sense to me.
I
Okay,
think a
so
quarterstaff
I'll,
does a D8 too.
I'll just,
Bash her in the
like-
head with a metal quarterstaff.
You got this, you got this. Also, I know some people are gonna be like, oh my god, he only has 2 attack actions. Why are you giving him a third? Listen, he had advantage. He rolled a nat 1, and I'd feel bad taking him and only giving him a nat 1 and not letting him still hit in the process. Because he's rolled like 4 of them. He gets it. Shut the fuck up. Nobody loves you, okay? Unless you're watching us and you're subscribed. In that case, we love you.
appreciate it. All right.
Sell
second
out.
attack incoming.
I'm not
that-
biased.
So to the 18 people subscribed, you guys are great.
We love you.
Yeah.
Nits,
Ass
I
kisser.
Hey!
got a dirty 17 nits on the next one attack.
Alright, cool. Roll your hit. Or your damage hit.
That's altogether, that's 8.
Alright, yeah. So with that 8, yeah, you'll do 8 more bludgeoning damage now. As like right after all of that happens, you hear the snap, you're like, you like look at your thing like, fuck! And then you just like not even a second thought in your head, but because there's still just that rage going on in your head in the process. So you just bring it right back up, and with the like jagged edged bit, actually this might be more piercing. With these like jagged edges bits, because it's not just a dull piece that you're going to be bringing down on her. You're bringing this bit that has like sharp edges because it's snapped in a weird way. As you basically drive it right down into her back. As you essentially are stabbing her in the back. As you bring it straight down with just pure aggression and then bring it back up. You can tell she's not looking too good. She's probably crippled.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still have my bonus action.
This is true.
Uh,
Unarmed strikes are a thing. Unless you want to see if you have any cantrips.
there's a part of me that's wondering what type of barbarian I am.
Mhm.
So, but I just want to punch the lady. I just want to punch her.
All right, roll your to hit. You have a +7 and unarmed.
Okay, 1 minute. You know what? Actually, should I use Google Dice? No, I'm not using Google Dice Roller. I'm stubborn. All right, and that is dirty 14 to hit.
Dirty 14, yeah, I'll hit. So you do 5 bludgeoning damage. There's no rolling on that.
Okay, got it. So how he does it is after just kind of piercing her in the back, he kind of brings his hands together and swings them both at the same time, kind of like a mace punch kind of deal.
Yeah. So I'd imagine that you probably like shoved your quarterstaff into the ground temporarily to do this. Otherwise, it'd be pretty awkward. You have a good chance of like puncturing the pole into your face.
I would not do that. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely just like you shove that quarterstaff down, bring your hands up, clasp them together like you're about to do like a fucking backhold hammer slam, and then just slam it down into her back. Essentially, are you aiming for that same spot where you hit before?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so insult to injury, essentially.
Gotcha.
Next up is Namaz. Namaz. As you see Namaz just go, oh god, now two of you are hurt. And then you see him just like put his hands together and just start going, oh great one, please, for the love of everything, heal. As he begins prayer of healing. It'll take a bit. That will be his whole turn, but he is beginning a prayer of healing to do an AoE heal.
Gotcha.
As next it will be the Blood Witch. The Blood Witch is going to try and get up with the Grung holding her down. So,
no,
yeah.
you don't get to do
That's a
that,
bad
bitch. No.
And it's going to roll me a
Good
contesting
luck with that
athletics.
one.
So it's competing in athletics?
Yep.
Fuck.
What'd you do?
I got a dirty 15.
So, actually, luckily enough for you, you will manage to actually win that one.
Oh.
It is a witch. Their strength is not really their main thing. So they don't have a high modifier on this. So, yeah, you can feel like her beginning to struggle to try and get you off. And you just see her just kind of, again, it's that thing, like, you can feel her just give, like, a heavy breath. And, now you and Streelk and Tahira can all roll, once again, a charisma save.
Bruh.
Nat 20.
Alright. I want to mention,
Dirty
by the way...
20.
Alright, Dirty 20 and Nat 20, by the way, Tahira, you have a +6 in your charisma saves. You're proficient in them, because Warlock.
Yay!
Yeah!
I got a dirty 15.
Okay, I think that beats it. That is the DC of this thing.
Oh.
So it's the thing of, like, Tahira, you don't feel anything. And actually, we're gonna pocket that Nat 20 for you for later, because I just realized you're damp here. This literally wouldn't affect you to begin with anyways. Apologies. But we are gonna save that for later, don't you worry. We're gonna make that worthwhile.
Okay.
Goblins, good goblins.
It's always goblins.
Always goblins. You would see as Dobe and Streelk, you guys would begin to feel as she begins to once again try to manipulate your blood. And you manage to, like, basically fight it off. Dobe, you almost fail. You feel like your body you feel like that grip of yours begin to, like, loosen quite a bit. And right as she starts getting up, you're like, no, fuck that! And you, like, slam her right back down, essentially.
Yay!
As she is going to try with, like, the last little bit of her multi-attack, she's going to try and do a swing, but the problem is that because she is basically face down in the ground, it's going to be essentially like a wild swinging, meaning that she will have disadvantage to hit.
You can't shake the visual of this fucking frog just like manhandle strangling this fucking witch who's trying to get up, and he's like, no, fuck you.
Alright, so once again, you would feel her, like, Dope, you would see as, like, that blade in the chain that she has, her right arm has been kind of, like, extended out, like, forward to the right, while she's, like, face planted essentially to a degree because of you. That chain was basically all the way extended out. You see her begin to you see her do one rough yank on this chain. As you see her basically pull it back and using that blood manipulation, basically try to use that force to try to do a direct lunge towards you. However, because of your AC of 16, you'd see as the blade would hit your armor and it would basically clink off. As she did not manage to hit in between the seams of the armor to get to your skin. And the blood is not strong enough to break directly through it. As
and I
she
have my
will
shield.
not manage to get her hit. Yep, and you got your shield up. By the way, when you have your shield up, that actually brings you up to a 18 AC.
Yeah, that's all.
Yep.
He still has his shield equipped on the side.
That is fair.
That's why I'm not using my left arm. I'm using my right, so I had to sheathe my short sword.
Yep. You can see that your shield looks angry. It's annoyed.
Error. I just picturing like the error.
Yeah.
That new sound effect that's coming off the field of expression.
Yeah, it is cartoonishly angry right now. Oh man.
Why? But I love I just love that visual. Like you just see this random fucking frog in armor strangling this witch with his angry looking shield. That's like, yeah, fuck you.
It's gonna be funnier in a second.
Oh yeah,
God.
that's true. That's true. Cause next up, by the way, while I'm taking my headphones off real quick to go turn on my lights, and I'm walking over to go turn on my lights right now because I forgot to turn on my lights again. Is
Guys, take a break
Tahira,
from
and
turning
as
on
I
the
walk over to my seat, I'm gonna put on my headphones so I can hear what Tahira's gotta say. Hey, what's up? It's your turn.
Tahira just uses both hands and brings the Great Club down on her head, just like, no!
Fair. Okay. Roll your damage.
Told you it was about to get funnier. 15.
All right, yeah, 15's gonna hit.
I just love the idea. Just no. I'm enjoying this fight.
5 damage.
5 damage. All right, you can see she go. Actually, yeah, she'll go unconscious.
Oh,
Hey!
hell yeah.
Yeah,
All
Oh,
right.
wait, that's a hit to the skull. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. There's a hit to the skull, and she was already crippled. She was pretty low on health. As you guys managed to defeat a blood witch.
Tahira just looks very dejected, and then she realizes, I didn't get to drink blood. Oh shit, it's on the ground.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. Yeah.
After the fight kind of ends, you see Streak just kind of like. I mean, he was like full on rabid pissed off, but you could see him, he's just trying really hard to take a series of deeper and deeper breaths to calm down. And he says, "Oh, don't know what got into me there."
Tahira just slumps to the ground and just, I'm hungry.
You see Namaz look over at the bowl. And just go, did you, yeah, food? It looks like she got blood all over your food bowl. You should probably clean that.
I feel like Streaks would just kind of suddenly snap out of his sort of like rage trance as his eyes just kind of widen, and he's like, "All right, distract." He's just gonna quickly.
Tahira just looks defeated.
He'll just
It might
quickly
be
walk.
worth informing the guy who's traveling with us, to be honest.
He'll just kind of quickly go over to Stroma. How Streak is choosing it is he's kind of figured that Tahira and Bjorp probably have their reasons for who they are, so that's why he's not gonna tell him unless they're willing to tell Strawmass himself, if that makes sense.
Tahira just looks defeated.
And he'll walk over to Strawmass.
That's fair.
What? What was the deal with this woman exactly?
Blood witches are kind of somewhat, not really common, but they're kind of just a pest that we have to deal with in, this area of the forest.
Called me bloodless.
Oh. Are you bloodless? Do we need to get that checked? We can get that checked if you need.
As that is essentially Tahira's way of saying, hey, none of what she did affected me.
Yeah.
Do with that information what you will.
I don't think he has the intelligence to figure that out.
Yeah. he would
No.
go, however, he would go, I do know you're some form of undead, if that makes you feel any better. I don't know that, I know you kind of lost your memory, so I don't know if you realize that, but you are definitely undead. You've got the smell of it.
She just pulls out the untouched bag of rations and just hands it over to, somebody else.
Ah, okay, so you don't need food. Different type of undead. Understood.
She needs blood. Oh.
Oh, well, if she needs blood, why don't you just say so? I don't care. He just
God.
grab the blood witch and just go, I'll have plenty of it.
What?
Yeah, it checks.
What?
He's
I live with goblins. You think this is gonna phase me?
Dolb would pick up the. He didn't pick up that chain weapon.
You can grab the chain weapon if you want. The thing is that the blood sword would basically have gone into a puddle now that she's essentially unconscious. So,
Yeah.
meaning that it's just a chain now.
Nits, can I just straight up loot this person? I just want to loot the Blood Witch. I'm just gonna be fully honest with you.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
loot the
mhm.
blood witch. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at its core, bottom line, I want information. If a Blood Witch ended up being sent by someone, hypothetically, I want to be the first one to know. And if not, cool, free items.
Cool. So I'm gonna.
I'm the fucking rogue, you bitch.
Yeah, well, who
Hero?
came up with it first, bitch?
I haven't been allowed to speak.
Tahira
Bruh.
just wants to eat something.
Fair. Fair.
She literally just traded her water skin for the empty bottle that she gave Job.
Yeah.
And just grabs the bowl, fills the bowl in the bottle, closes it off, puts the bottle away, and drinks from the bowl.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you can essentially just like you can take as much blood as you need from the blood witch. Her blood would be completely fine for you to be able to use. Also,
Tahira just drinks to her heart's content.
hell yeah. I mean, you got a lot of blood, and the good thing is that humanoid blood normally satisfies a lot better than what an animal's blood would. So you could drink like literally just like a bowl, you'd be fine for like a good day. Whereas like an animal, you could end up like drinking a whole corpse of like a wolf dry, and you would still need more.
That's why I filled the empty bottle.
Yep.
I figured that was its original purpose to begin with.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That being said, this was, I want to mention, I don't know if I actually got to mention which night this was on. I think it was on the third, it's supposed to be on the third night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing, right, with that, looting thing, you can either choose to roll me an investigation or a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna investigate with him.
Since you're doing investigation.
And I'll just do investigation too.
Okay, so you guys both, I think, have the same thing for it. You guys both have a +1, yes.
Alright, got it.
Damn it.
You could have done sleight of hand.
I don't know. I didn't know what I had. I don't know.
Aren't you the rogue?
Eh?
Okay, man.
Some rogues have expertise in investigation, so I didn't know.
Some do.
Some have
Fair
investigation,
enough.
some have sleight of hand, some have stealth.
I got a dirty 5, by the way.
35. Alright, so
Okay.
you're not going to find much of anything. And with a 10 on the other one, you'll find, like...
I haven't rolled.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nits, I'm convinced you're psychic, because I rolled a 10 on investigation, but hadn't had the chance to say it yet.
Okay. So, with
The dirty roll was a 10!
so with yours, you'll find, like, a toad's eyeball.
Got a dirty 13. Just found a toad's eyeball.
And with yours,
Oh, she
which
got
are
a
dirty...
dirty 10.
I got a. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
with-
that's with her modifier.
Oh, okay. So I
yeah.
got a dirty 17.
Dirty 17. With a dirty 17, you will find, I don't really know what you guys would care about with this witch, because it is a blood witch at the end of the day, but you would find, like, besides the obvious, like, chains that she had on her, you'd realize that, because, people are assholes, women's pockets aren't really that big, and she didn't really have, like, a bag or anything with her.
So much suffering!
Yeah, the suffering continues even in fantasy worlds, I hate to tell ya.
No!
Yeah.
There's a reason I stole a pair of Acrid's shorts, purely because of the pockets, and they're longer.
I get it. I wear
Valid.
both men and women's pants, and I understand. The pockets for women suck.
It's so terrible.
Yeah. But you will manage to find like essentially like I kid you not, just like vials of blood. She probably had like it's 4 vials of blood. She probably had those on standby to like do possible other like little tricks that she had up her sleeve, but she just really didn't get able to do it because someone restrained her.
And then bashed her over the head.
I just hand off. I just take the chains and hand off the bottle.
That's fair.
The vials.
After the investigation rolls, Streak will just kind of turn to everyone else and says, well, probably not a good idea to let someone like her live. Am I wrong?
She's already suffering severe blood loss at this point.
Yeah, she's gonna die. Nonetheless, actually, just because he's a cleric, he would just kind of go, yeah, she's gonna die either way. She's probably gonna bleed out, gonna be quite frank. That's a lot of
just
blood.
licks the blood off of her lip.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks.
Dog just sits there and blinks once, like, oh well.
With this expression of, you expected her to live?
That's honestly his reaction. It's also like, I would say this, Dope doesn't seem, he kind of has this weird, like, he's not super happy they killed them. They had to kill them, but...
Sahira's only been getting about half a bowl of blood per day.
Yeah.
He's been trying.
Exactly, he's been trying, but the point still is she's a dampier. She needs blood.
Yeah.
And more of it.
Yep.
After hearing the group's answer, Streak will just kind of go, so this is our group's take on killing. Good to know.
I was raised by goblins.
The only thing to hear is just, it keeps me fed.
Yeah, that's valid.
I mean, when I entered into that state earlier, I honestly couldn't care less if the enemy lived or not, so I guess I don't really care either.
Sahira just takes another bowl of blood for good measure.
Duh.
Valid.
So I was just like, don't know how I feel. Lack of memories, I suppose. I'm not against someone who attacked us dying. I don't know. Just, It's one of those like, his one other trait, lawfulness. You attacked us, I'll kill you. I still kind of feel bad, but die.
Drake would just kind of shrug, and he'll just say, I wasn't sure if I was the brute force type, but after that battle, I think I definitely would be one.
I would recommend taking your axe head with you to get it
I
fixed.
intend to. I fully intend to. He kind of says that with a very bitter tone and kind of expression.
I mean, what other expression you gonna have? You just broke your shit.
Yeah. No one's just look to you and just go, well, it's only 3 a.m. I don't know if the rest of you would like to go to bed, but I know I do. So, I'm gonna go pass back out.
Sahira just sits awake.
Fair enough.
That's
and
valid.
Streak is just gonna go over, and he's just gonna decapitate the witch just in case before he goes to bed.
Gosh, she's gonna die from blood loss, you fuck.
No, hear me out.
Some of that in the morning.
No, for all we know, it could still wake up while we're in the middle of sleeping. We don't know for certain, but that's a possibility Streak is not taking. Or a possibility that Streak is not dealing with.
Kira just uses the bowl, fills it up, sets it to the side, and just waits until morning. That's what's going to be her breakfast.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
She's not wasting it!
Valid. Alright. Yeah,
She's
so
got several days worth to make up for.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, you've got a lot of extra blood, so you'll be able to stock up for a good few days, from my understanding, right?
Well,
Did
she's
you-
got the original empty bottle, which she filled,
Okay.
as
that's
well
1 day.
as the 4 vials that they found.
Yeah, so you essentially have like 5 days worth of blood.
So,
if you want to keep up with it, you could just write down blood rations and just put 5. Like, that's 5 good days of blood for yourself, essentially. But, yeah, you guys will, rest up for the last little bit. You guys will essentially get yourselves a long rest, so you don't need to worry about it. And then you guys will begin making your last little bit of that trip into Pinefell. You guys were, like, maybe 3 or 4 hours out from Pinefell, so the fact that a Blood Witch was that close is a little concerning. They might have been possibly preying on travelers, which is not a good thing. At all. Because this is, again, it has been mentioned that this place is like a island known for their entertainment. Meaning that it's probably a pretty busy town, considering that Pinefell is supposed to be a port town.
Gotcha.
Tahira just looks happier in the morning as she's completely full. Ready to go.
Completely valid. So you guys will start making your way over to Pinefell in the good morning. You know, everything's nice. You feel good. You've got your blood. What else could you ask for?
Memories.
I don't know, memories, the name of my deity without it being redacted.
That's just hearsay. Nobody actually cares about that, right? Right?
I do.
Fair.
Alright. When they get into town, Streak will just speak up and say, "So, shall we, I believe we were going to visit this Adventurers Guild to possibly look for more information about our missing memories."
Yeah,
Like that.
I was actually going to mention as well, Namaz is going to stop at the very edge of the town. Because he's just going to look to you and just go, "Normally, my people aren't normally that welcome in some towns. We know it's kind of a peace treaty thing we made a while back. We can come here, but we need to have one of the chieftains here. I said I'd at least get you here, but, can't really come in. At least not without, you know, ignoring the whole peace treaty thing, and then that might start things up, and I don't want to cause my tribe problems. So I'm gonna head out."
Streak will walk over to Nomaz, and he'll offer to shake his hand and says, "Thank you. We would probably be dead without you and your tribe's assistance."
Always happy to help. That's why we're here anyways. We like to help out the people that get lost in the forest or things like that. Right, that Adventurers Guild. I recommend checking out. There's a place. It's somewhere within the town. The kind of like downtownish area. You'll see the ports near that area as well. It's, God, what's it called? I haven't been here in a hot minute because, frankly, the chieftain didn't take me that often. I think it's called the Stationary Carriage? Stationary Carriage. You should head there.
Any, particular etiquettes I should know about at the Adventurers Guild?
I haven't been there myself, so I can't say.
Worth a shot.
Tahira just gives Namaz a hug and just, "Fuzzy."
Yeah, you can, that's right. But yeah, no, he gives the three of you like a wave off essentially as you guys can start heading into the town. Which, by the way, want me to explain what the town looked like?
Yes, please. Go for
So-
it.
Possibly.
The town is a little bit more, because of it, despite being a small town, it is a very busy and bustling town because of the constant, you know, entertainment and people constantly coming here. As Namaz had mentioned in the past, there's coliseums. This place is known for their coliseum fights, for their adventure guild, for basically just an assortment of things. From constant circuses that stop by, is just an obscene amount of random things. There's all sorts of different cultures that kind of clash within this country because there's so many different people from different countries that come over to this one place, and so many people that just don't just visit here but end up moving here. That is kind of a mixture. You can see just walking around, like just 5 minutes of walking around in this town, you can already see a mixture of people who have probably came from the desert. They have more like desert, like cultured clothing, and you can look back over and there's some dude in a fucking samurai like kimono. So the people here are pretty varied in how they dress and how they act cultures constantly colliding. One moment you're seeing a half-orc, the next moment you're seeing a bajuk, the next moment you look over and there's just a normal human, and you can look back over and you can see like a fucking centipede. Like, that's the level of culture clash that's going on in this country, from what you can tell, especially in this town where it's the port, where people are constantly going around. You can see Marines walking around. You can see some pirates that are skulking in alleys because they don't want to get caught by the Marines. You can see all sorts of things like that. The port town's very well taken care of. Their buildings consist of cobblestone and log cabins, and essentially that more like natural medieval type of like building style, with just like the log cabins, and sometimes the log cabins will have some like stone like walls to like help add some extra support. A lot of them having chimneys and that sort of thing. Hell, you can even see where like passing by the market's place, instead of having like those normal stalls that you guys have seen in the past in like the Roman Harbor campaign, you're seeing for the marketplaces, you can see where people have brought caravans rather than little market stands, where they have brought caravans from like so they can travel from town to town or from town to capital and just like bring their things. So like, yeah, sure, there's some shops here, but there's some of these merchants that instead of staying in one town, they're moving to whatever place is the busiest at the moment and then selling their stuff and then packing up and going to the next place. Basically constantly moving in between towns. So you can see where like there's like people selling jewelry or trinkets or things of all different cultures and types of things that you normally wouldn't see, honestly, just in this one marketplace. Which is just kind of the more unique and interesting thing about this town, and just in general this country. The last thing, of course, is that it is a port town, so when you start making your way closer to that town, you'll eventually start seeing the ports, as mentioned before, where you'll see a mixture of navy boats and merchant boats and just normal traveling sailing boats. Of course, if there's any pirates here, they're not going to be docked at the main port, because that's a bad idea.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually thought of something while we're going into town. Would this town have, like, a missing poster bulletin anywhere? Or would that maybe be found, like, the Adventurers Guild?
I'm gonna be honest.
Turn in a moment.
Oh,
Y'all
damn.
keep going.
I was gonna say, I need you to repeat that one bit for me real quick. I did not catch that. I do apologize.
No worries, man. I was asking, I just thought of something. Is there, like, a missing people poster board, like a big bulletin somewhere in town? Or would there maybe be one, like, in the Adventurers Guild?
So oftentimes when it comes to missing posters, they'll either be plastered in random areas of towns, or they can also it's kind of a mixture. They normally put them up in both. But right now you're not seeing any on your way over. You're not seeing any missing posters, at least with your faces on it, if that's what you're looking for. You are seeing, like, of course, every now and then you can see, like, a missing poster being like, hey, there's this kid that's, like, disappeared. What the fuck happened?
Boring. Moving on.
Yeah, but, like, you're not seeing your faces, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, that's precisely it, actually. I mean, well, I can't speak for the others. I'm just, like, completely basing this off of Streak's outfit, where it's like, alright, clearly he's a rich motherfucker or comes from somewhere rich.
Yeah.
Is there also rich people who want to know where he is? But I will see if something like that comes up later.
That's good. What was the thing you were going to say, Anya?
Before they entered the town, Tahira would honestly use the perfume.
Mm-hmm.
To try to cover up the dead smell that she has.
Valid. If I remember correctly, it smells like plum.
Yes.
If I remember, yeah. So now you smell like plum. They won't be able to smell the necrotic smell. So yeah, you'll be fine by using perfume. That's actually kind of like one of the big things about like Dampiers. Because, like, yes, some towns are fine with Dampiers and they won't really, like, treat you horribly. As long as they know that, you know, you aren't gonna, like, you aren't killing anybody and you aren't causing problems. But there are definitely a lot of islands and countries where they're like, oh, it's a Dampier. Murder.
Gotcha.
Fill them with silver and burn them in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Commit crimes.
Commit
crimes.
crimes.
It's legal.
Yeah.
Stamp.
But yeah, you guys can make your way over to the to the blah 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 to the station carriage, to the stationary carriage. Which I want to mention, by the way, it is a mixture of a adventurer guild and a tavern. The interesting thing about this building, a lot, like I said, I've already described a lot of these buildings, what they look like, but this one's like, it kind of sticks out a little bit more, and it's probably been here since the founding of the town, by the looks of it. Or at least, if not by the founding of the town, it was at least here before they started expanding the town out more, because the town was growing more. It's one of the two. But essentially, the front opening of where you first enter is literally a horse carriage that was basically parked and then de-wheeled. And they basically turned that into an entrance that eventually leads into the actual building.
Gotcha.
And the fun thing about it is that the original wheels that went to that caravan, they have basically built into these windows. So in the windows where like they have like the window frame and all that, they made sure it was wide enough to where they could fit the wheels in between it. So you have the glass custom made to fit in between these random portions of the wheel. So it gives the window a very unique look, but also if you're like the wrong height, then all you're seeing when you try to look out the window is just a wheel instead of the actual outside.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can head inside. I mean, it's like classic tavern vibes. You've got like a bard playing in the inside. They're playing a violin of some and playing some type of like bard symphony. You have the tavern keeper obviously just taking care of his patrons. You have people sitting at, tables, of course, eating meat and drinking beer. And it's that thing of like, you can see where like there's definitely the difference between the normal tavern patrons and random passerbys, and then you can tell who the actual adventurers are in this guild, because these people are like properly equipped. So there's definitely a difference in between like the mixture of crowd of people, for sure.
As they walk in, Streak is just gonna suddenly stop and says, wait. It just occurred to me. If we tell the Adventurers Guild that we're missing our memories and seek help, would they even believe us in the first place?
Who knows? She continues to walk in.
Oh.
After seeing these two's like nonchalant ass responses, Streak is just gonna kind of go, alright then.
Dobe would turn and go, I will fully admit, I'm definitely not the smartest here. I think you're smarter than both of us. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Dobe is 100% straight with fucking Striel. He's like, look, I'm pretty sure you're smarter than both of us. Bear that in mind when you speak with us.
I'll do this. I'll tell you guys all your intelligence stats in case you want to know.
Yeah.
I know mine at least.
We already know our intelligence.
Oh
score.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you have a 12 for Striel, a 10 for Tahira, and a 13 for Dobe.
Oh, never mind. I'm the smartest.
So Dobe is the
No,
most
you can't take it
intelligent
back.
of the three
You
of us.
can't take it back.
I mean, Dobe wouldn't, because he doesn't know how smart Strielk is.
Oh man.
Jake would just kind of go, alright, I think I could probably talk us out of anything. But
No, you can't.
What? What?
Come again, Tiara?
Tiara.
Tiara? Fuck!
Tahira.
Why, yes, I would like a tiara.
Okay, I feel like...
Oh god, that 10 really coming off as a 7. Oh boy.
You can
Yeah,
see,
but
like,
that charisma. Backhanding.
you can see, like, little notices in Streak that's just like, tail starts swishing, shoulders rise up a little bit, ears start kind of twitching a little bit. You'll just say, let's just go before I lose my patience.
Dobe will just, I mean, perhaps it's not as uncommon as we think it is. And hell, I don't know. If they don't believe us, that's their loss.
Fair
That's
point.
fair. So,
Because at this point, and Dobes, this is kind of, he's like, what do we have to lose? Quite literally nothing. We have nothing to lose. We have no memories. We don't know who we are.
They say
It's this
ignorant.
expression of, I mean, I guess I could lose my patron.
They say ignorance is patron.
And walks away.
oh my god.
I'm going to guess she's a warlock. And just walks after her like, God damn it.
My
Alright, we got a
thoughts
magic
exact-
unit. Like, my
My
mind.
thoughts exactly.
God,
Also walking after them.
The fucking frog with a 9 in charisma.
So,
The 19 tabaxi that's just here for the ride.
Brother,
I did charisma.
God, the barbarian's the face of the party. We love to see it.
The most ridiculous.
oh man.
The
So,
barbarian has more charisma than the fucking
I want to mention, it was a thing of I rolled, and they were assigned randomly to random stats. So the fact that it aligned like that is just ironic.
Beautiful. That's all I have to say. Beautiful, just beautiful. All right. So, how would the adventurer guilds work? Is there like someone at the front or something like that?
So essentially, normally what they'll do is like, because a lot of the adventurer guilds, they are normally built into taverns. So they will have, like, let's say you have the bartender's, like, you know, counter over on, like, the front area of, like, when you first walk in, right? Normally on either the left or right side of, like, the building, like, near the end bit of a building, they'll have, like, the Adventurers Guild, like, counter. So if you, once you walk in, like, to the left, there is, like, an Adventurer Guild's, like, counter, essentially. And you can see behind them is, like, a giant pinboard of, like, random quests.
Got it.
Um,
So Streak will move to the counter, and he is gonna talk to the person up front. Do you have a description for them, or?
I do. I do.
Could I do
actually.
something while
Huh?
you're getting that?
Yes.
Can Dobe look at that and see if it kind of rings any bells for him? Like he's done this stuff before?
The Adventure Guild? Yeah, roll me a history check.
I need to find out if I'm proficient or not. Yeah. Fuck.
That is my computer that you could play.
You are proficient, by the way. You have a +7.
I have expertise in history. Okay.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Smart frog,
So
yo.
that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? So I'd say with this, you would start to realize that, you definitely feel like you've done something like this before. You aren't sure specifically if you've worked for, very specifically, the Adventurers Guild, but you are sure that you've at least done quests before. Like, that does ring a bell. Yeah. But yeah, so with the person up in the front, you would see, I'm grabbing the image, there it is, thank you, game.
Game.
Everything's a game, okay? You would see this guy with his, like, pretty bright orange hair, kind of tan skin, black tattoos on both arms. He's wearing, like, a black bracelet on his left arm. It's made of some type of cloth. A black tank top, orange, like, a pretty bright orange jacket, and some black pants. He also has some black tattoos, like, underneath the eye that kind of goes, like, to the side of the head. His hair is orange. Gee, I wonder why Dylan likes this guy. He has the, like, back of his head and the side of his head shaved, so a lot of the hair is just basically on the top. But yeah.
Okay, so I will approach him and he'll, as Streak will say, "Good evening, sir. I have, oh god, how should I put this? I have a strange request.
Yeah? What's up?
So, does this Adventurers Guild perhaps specialize in helping people who have lost their memories recently?"
Lost their memory? Well, that normally doesn't happen at all. Let me hold on. And you'd see him just like go to the back for a bit.
He's getting the manager.
While that's happening, Tahira just wanders over towards the music and with a nat 15 starts dancing.
All right, that was a nat 14 or 15 again. Just double check.
15.
15. Okay. God. Okay, so you have. I'm gonna double check here real quick. You have a +6 because you do have proficiency in it. Yeah, you're just kind of like, you're just going at, you say you're just dancing. You would realize, roll me a history check, actually.
Natural 9.
Natural 9. Okay, so you have a +0. Yeah, you have a +0 because of that. I mean, it feels good. It feels good to dance like that, you know? Like, you're like, I can't really describe exactly what type of dancing you're probably doing right now, but, like, it feels good. You're feeling happy. You're vibing with the music.
Whatever goes along with the music.
Yeah. I'll roll to see if anybody, like, at least throws some, like, you know, change or anything to you, because you're dancing pretty well at the end of the day. It's still entertainment in a weird way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still a dirty 21.
Yeah, still a dirty 21. Yeah. So, like, throughout all this, the rest of this encounter, while all this is going on, by the way, while the other guys are coming out with the manager, while they're going to be talking with the thing, you're just going to be dancing, essentially.
Yep.
So, you'll get 51 rupees out of this, while all this is going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
The fucking gift. The fucking gift.
Oh, what, in memes? I didn't check the memes. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so, here's the thing. You would see this person. Let me grab the image. There it is. Yippee, yay. You would see this lady kind of come from the back. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the image here for you. There it is. You see this lady kind of come up from the back, this like human, black hair, kind of shortened, but still pretty bushy. It's just very curly hair. She does have a witch hat on, like a bluish, aqua bluish witch hat on, a dark blue crop top, with kind of like, it's that weird thing of like the shoulders are somewhat exposed in the fact of like she has sleeves from the elbow down, but like that in between bit has that like see-through material that we've talked about before in the past and I still don't remember the name of. She has a silver necklace, 2 of them to be specific. The lower hanging one has some type of emblem of some type of god. And then she seems to have some basically dark blue jeans on that are specifically shorts. They don't really go too far down. And then you can see like halfway up the thigh, she has like essentially on her right leg fishnet, and on the left leg just like some type of like leg, like essentially like a calf warmer essentially. And then some boots. And she would just kind of like walk up, and she's got these like pretty like bright like aqua green eyes. She would just kind of like walk up to the group of you, and you'd see she begins to like basically check the arcana. Essentially is what she's doing. And she would kind of just like, essentially what she would do is she would just kind of like go up the dome first and just kind of like put her hand like near your head, just kind of like checking. And then she'd do the same for Streelk. She would just go, well, it's not magic, for whatever that's worth. You lost your memory?
Yes, Miss,
you can just call me the Mad Witch. Nobody ever really wants to know my name.
That's
Fair
not
enough.
necessary. I wouldn't mind knowing your name.
If you really want to know, it's Silva, but everybody here calls me the Mad Witch.
I'll just call you Silva then. It's true.
Fair enough.
And the one that you just checked over just now is Beolb. And yes.
Doll.
I mean, Beolb.
The fucking doll. It's fucking doll.
Gotcha. And, okay, get it back on track. Strigo just say. Strigo also kind of point to just Tahira probably popping off on the dance floor. And he'll just say, that lady over there is also part of this solution. that we found ourselves in. We woke up all together one day in the forest in the middle of nowhere. We only remembered our names, but not much else at the time.
That's not a lot of information to work on.
There is something, but it's not a lot. I consulted with a witness who, apparently they saw a man, they couldn't really make out that many details, dragging me unconscious throughout the forest. And I do not know what that means.
Yeah, purple eyes.
Purple eyes.
Right, I almost forgot about that.
Purple eyes. Purple,
Purple eyes,
eyes.
big guy, carried the three of us all at once.
Purple eyes. That doesn't ring a bell straight away. At least we haven't had any cases that have been filed about any man with purple eyes or anything like that. That's not really a common color for eyes, that's for damn sure. Right.
You're just a quiet crowd. It's just a fucking dope.
I can try to do some looking around, see what I can find. In the meantime, if you don't mind, I can hook you up with a quest, see what we can do for you until then.
Alright.
Okay. That sounds good.
If anything, it might at least try and help jog your memory on something.
I do feel like I've done something akin to this before. I don't know why though.
What was your name again? Dope?
Dope.
Dope. Alright, I'll go check the back. I'll double check to see if maybe you had some name in the Adventurers Guild at one point or something. There's always a chance. You never know. Even if you never really did it as your occupation, there's always a chance that you maybe did it once or twice just for the hell of it.
I also
Dope. He would give her the spelling.
Cool.
Just like, in case, just so you know, there's an H in there. Like, it's almost like...
Fair.
Also, perfectly okay if you don't know the answer to this, Miss Silva, but Streak will take out the signet ring he's been keeping in his pocket, and he'll say, "By any chance, do you recognize the symbol on this ring?"
She's gonna roll a history check. She would just kind of look at you and just kind of go, "I don't recognize that. But if you're willing, to let me hold on to it for a bit, I can keep running it through past adventurers as they stop on by. Some of them might eventually know."
Streak kind of ponders this for a minute, because this is pretty much like his only clue to his real identity that he ever has ever since waking up.
That's fair.
Okay. Okay, I'm going purely in character for this one. Streak will just put it in his pocket and says, "I appreciate the offer, but this is the only clue I have to my real identity. I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable just letting it go as of now."
It's fair. Like I said, my ideas are rather always, what's the word? A little insane. There's a reason why they call me the Mad Witch after all. So, I completely understand if you don't want to trust me on that. I understand.
I assure you it's nothing to do with trust, it's just more... Streak is just basically trying to say, it's not you, it's me, basically.
She would just look at you and just go, it's fine, trust me. I have dealt with other things similar to this, at least to some degree. Either way.
Streak is worried. Streak is worried for this lady. That's his takeaway from all this.
She would just go, either way, I'll go grab you a quest, if you don't mind. I think that's one that might be good for you to deal with. It's something, since you don't really know what your capabilities are, I'll give you one that should be relatively easy. It seems that you have at least some capabilities from what I checked. And your friend, I mean, I know I haven't really gone near them, but I kind of ran an Arcana check during this conversation from the distance. It does seem like they have at least a few levels in Warlock, so you should be able to handle yourself to some degree. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
still just dancing.
Yeah, she's still just dancing. She wasn't gonna bother you.
Just having fun.
From what
Hmm.
from what I can tell, the BR seems to be rather quick on their feet, and I have the ability to wield bigger weapons. So
Dude, you just hear an inhale. It's like, Dolba.
no, sorry, I don't know what's up with me right now.
Who the fuck is VR?
I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm getting tired. I think I'm getting tired. It's been a long time. Full transparency.
You see, as you say, Bior, you see this guy get up from his seat. He's got this like cigar in his mouth, and I'm gonna set a picture. As you see this hog person get up, and he's got these like blue pants, blue baggy pants, like no shirt. He's got a few like scars up like around like his arm and chest. You see him just look up to you and just go, "You call? You say my name? What do you need?"
You're just gonna go. Oh, I
I'm
misspoke.
imagining.
Nobody
Joe
misspeaks
just-
of my damn name. I'm Bior.
I misspoke. I deeply apologize.
No. You obviously want me for that damn quest, don't you?
Alright, we get VR. Yay!
This is literally
I'm
the first
just
time I've seen you.
imagining.
I can't really make that kind of judgment based on roughly 10
You know you want me, kid. Come on, let's hit on. Where's that fucking quest? He's like,
I'm just imagining Dope just like he called your name and goes over to Tierra where it's safe.
Ain't no way my tiny ass is gonna have a conversation with a dude twice my size.
Oh, yeah, this
and
guy-
then some.
I want to
Oh,
mention
I'd like
this
to,
guy's 7 foot.
How
Yeah,
I'd like
nah.
to imagine this is that this guy probably puts like maybe Strick into a headlock. He's like, yeah, let's go.
yeah, he's definitely got you like in a headlock for sure.
Ah, yes, the Neuro guy. Lovely. Glad to see them. I'm so happy.
Just like very
You
innocently.
created him.
I'm so sorry to us as a group.
Probably the best way I could describe Streak's expression right now to whoever's nearby is just help. Help me.
I
I don't
So
know who
not
this
us.
is.
Oh man.
You would just see, Dole come back here like, well, if you're showing kind and coming, why not? We could use the help, I guess. Sure.
It gives me all the more time. And the more time I have, and the more money I have, the more time I can spend with my 5 children and 3 wives, and... no, the other 2 are dead. But my wife and my 5 kids...
Streak would just go, what?
Yeah! Part of our culture.
Fair enough.
5 children.
Streak is just at this point trying to get out of the
He's just gonna
headlock.
accept it. He's just gonna accept it because he doesn't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
You know what? Just for funness, can I just make an athletics check to get out of that headlock?
Yeah, go ahead and try it.
Alright.
Good luck.
This is a good. Plus, I know I have decent strength for as I'm a barbarian. This is a good time as any to learn about that.
Okay.
That is a nat 12.
Nat 12, and you said you were using athletics to try and get out, so that you have a +7, so you have a dirty 19. But you will not break out of this headlock, as he got a dirty 23. And,
Son of a bitch!
like you try it pretty hard, and he's like, "Oh, we doing a wrestling match? Do we want to go right now?"
No, that is quite alright, that is quite alright. We do not need to get into this, please! No.
You see,
I'm so glad Tahira is not hearing any of this and is just having her best time.
I mean, at this point, she's probably made like 35 rupees, so she's almost done.
oh man. Which I want to mention, you would see Silva, the Mad Witch, come back out from the back with a quest in her hand, and she would just look at the current situation, just go, "Oh, you've met. Oh God, you met Bjorn. All right, well, have fun, Strilk. Here's your quest. Don't mess up my bar again, Bjork." You understand me? I'll turn you back into a frog again. I get it. Don't worry, Mr. Bjork here won't tell them about anything. And
Streak?
did you? Don't. Well, hold up,
sorry.
real quick, Struck.
Sorry.
Did you tell them about if I overheard you correctly from the back? Because I heard it muffled lightly. Did you mention 5 kids and a wife? Yeah. Why are you lying to them? I wanted to look cool. Don't do that. Okay. He'd let
That's
go
a
of you.
very
He'd
good
take
thing
you out
to
the
hear. I
head
can't hear this.
You know that like gif of like Puss in Boots doing like the big cat eyes, like
Yeah.
the big cat begging eyes. I feel like that's what Streak is doing to Silva at this point, as he's still trapped in the headlock.
Yeah, no, that is valid. That is completely valid.
I mean, and also she looks over, and it's the definition of like the campaign's like thumbnail, just barely over the counter, 2 eyes. Right?
Oh man.
To the side, just
The
to keep that.
fucking frog standing there like, what is the fuck? What in the fuck is going on?
Oh man. But yeah, you now have Bjork on you with you guys. By then I would say that Tahira, you would be done making your money. You would have made a decent amount. You can continue to keep dancing if you want, but like you at least people have stopped like giving you tips at this point.
Well, she made 52. I heard?
51.
Yes.
51. Okay.
She would head back over,
Fair
just
enough.
Fucking man.
smiling.
Hell yeah.
Look, Mr. Bjork, okay, I understand this is how you show friendliness, but would you please let me go already?
Alright. Can we see what the quest is?
As Streak gets let go, he just kind of stumbles a little bit on the floor, just kind of rubbing his neck a little bit as he picks up the quest.
The hero just gives him this expression of, what the hell happened to you?
Streak
Don't
will
just
notice it, and he'll just say, I'll tell you later, as he pulls up the quest in front of his head.
So, you can see that the quest is for 2,400 rupees in total, which would be 800 each for each person.
Ooh,
If
damn.
it's put just between the 3 parties, you don't know if Bjork's gonna want to cut or not.
it'd probably be good to give him some, because he could probably kill us and take it all if he really wanted it.
But essentially, you are looking at a quest to deal with some bandits that are basically that have been staking out on the main path in between Pinefell and the capital. So it is, from what is said, it is like maybe 2 days away. It's like 2 days out of the town. But they've been staking out and basically ambushing people, robbing them of their money, and then sending them wherever they want afterwards. Basically just say, like, if you want to get past and go to the capital, you're going to have to pay us some money or we kill you type of thing. So, yeah. It's been
Joke's
happening
on
a lot.
you. I'm
Streak
poor.
Streak would definitely tell everyone this, and he'll turn back to Silva and says, Miss Silva, I really do hate to be a bother, but the truth is, the 3 of us don't have any money.
Oh, you don't have any money?
Speak for yourself.
Wait, you have money?
What do you think I was doing over there?
Oh, that's the
I was having
trade.
fun and people paid me.
She would just kind of tilt his head and he'll just say, that's a thing?
She just holds up a bag and just
This trade.
puts it back.
I just love how much like back sass she gives to anything Joke does. Anything. Man breathes. She goes, really? That loud?
She will just kind of stare at you for a second.
I'm sorry, this seems obvious to her, and you're far more intelligent than she is.
What I'm basing this off on is literally Posh is one of Streak's personality traits.
Yes.
And since he literally dresses like a rich person, I'm basing it off on he probably would just be like, wait, you can make money off of that? That's so, but
fair.
he'll just look at the bag of money and he'll just kind of give like a thumbs up and just nod.
I want to mention you would see Dole like pop up and like it's the thing of like he's like, let me see the fucking thing, you tall bastard.
She just takes the quest.
I feel like Dope would have to do that because you're holding it up for you. He's 3'1". He's like, bitch, please, I can't see.
Tahira, seeing this, just kind of takes the paper and hands it to Dope and just, it's not nice to keep things from Dope.
I wasn't doing it intentionally.
In his defense, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I was letting him finish his conversation.
Jumping.
I mean, that's half of just to see if I could get a glimpse. This looks fun.
It's also just that thing of Tahira's looking at the situation like, why are you being a dick?
Dolb was just sitting there like, it was that thing of he probably waited like a good like 15 seconds. He was like, you've already looked at it. Fucking like, it's just hopping mildly because frog. It's a very easy hop to get 2 feet taller for like a moment.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So what was that bit about the money, by the way?
So from what I understand, Streak was just kind of pointing at the Silva being like, hey, we pretty much have no money and we might need some help if we're gonna actually get this quest done.
And Tahira literally just looked at him and said, speak for yourself.
Yeah, and then
okay.
Anya
Gotcha.
showed off the money that she made from dancing earlier, and that was that whole conversation.
Dob would look up, be like, I mean, they're the ones taking money and we're supposed to stop them, so I don't think we need to pay them. Why we pay them? We're there to stop them.
I mean, we'll still need food for the 2 days, no?
Oh
That
yeah,
is true.
right.
Yeah. Well,
Tahira looks like she's about to say something and stops herself.
I mean,
No blanks.
there is a person who does have money to pay for that. She would look to you and just go, well, if you really need some money before you head on this quest, because there's no time limit or anything on this quest, you could work at the tavern for a day.
You mean more dancing?
I
You
could give
would?
it a shot.
All right, Mr. Fancy Britches. She would just look to you and just go, know how to make alcohol? That's a joke. The bartender would shoot you if you even tried. You're gonna be working as a waiter.
Understood.
Just looked at you. Do you know how to make alcohol? No, because joke's on you. You die anyways.
Streak kind of looked like he did want to actually try to see if he'd be good at it, but after that shooting part, he just decided to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, valid. Yeah, she would just go, oh, and you Dope. You can, let's see. You know what? Why not? You can be a bouncer for now. That should work well. You seem to have a little bit more equipped. It seems your friend there has a broken axe, so I don't know if I'd want him as a bouncer right now. And well, Tahira, you can keep just doing your thing. I think that's working more than fine for you.
Yay! We're dancing!
Yeah, just make sure to share some spotlight with the other dancers. Obviously, it'd be rather rude to just steal them from all their money.
Of course! She wanders off to find another dancer and just starts dancing with them.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you can go meet up with a random dancer, sure. Do you care who they who they are at all?
No.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to
She
bother
just
getting
knows
images.
that she was told not to steal the spotlight, so she's joining up with somebody else.
Yeah, so you join up with like another dancer. You just kind of just like, you go off and do your thing. You can roll me another performance check. Dylan, because you are going to be doing essentially, waiting. Honestly, it's a weird one. I think the best, yeah.
Sorry, really fast, important thing I just thought of. I actually weirdly see this as an opportunity to gain more information.
Uh-huh.
So that secondhand ring I've been trying to use as a clue to figure out Streak's identity.
Yeah.
I want to essentially put it on, and I wanted to basically serve Streak's dominant hand. So my point being, so it's like noticeable when Streak is serving, moving drinks and food off things, that kind of thing, to see if that catches anyone's eye or interest or something like that.
That's completely fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
That actually is. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tahira's dancing is flawless with a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Okay. Okay, so I'll roll all that money in a second here. And we'll get
He's
to that
about to
next.
break. He's about to break his damn computer. The number of dice he's gonna have to roll.
I apologize
Um,
for nothing.
Essentially, what we'll do for that signet ring, by the way, is that I mean, people normally won't pay too much attention to the detailing of a ring, when it's only in their face for like a few seconds. But I will I'll have the roll perception as the crowd as a whole. It would just be at a disadvantage, just because it is the fact of you're still out and about, you're still moving around a lot. It's not like they're actively getting to hold the ring and stare at it or anything like that. So keep
You're
that in
still a
mind.
waiter.
Yeah,
That's fine. I kind of do want to try to be inconspicuous, because for all I know, Streak is linked to just I don't know, burning down 7 orphanages or something.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
also. Yeah,
Dude,
that's
comes out
also
your-
the weird thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that weird thing of So there's a good chance you're nobility. There's also a good chance that you're part of a mafia. And there's also a chance you're a part of a crime syndicate. So it's that weird thing of you could be an amazing person, you could be,
Or you could be an evil
horrible.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah, what kind of godfather am I?
yeah. But yeah, essentially you can roll me. I'll have you roll me. I'll let you pick. You can either roll me a performance or you can roll me a sleight of hand. Because you are technically handling things, but also, let's be real, there is always a little bit of balancing and things like that when it comes to serving from time to time, so that's where performance would kind of come into play, so you can pick one of the two.
Since charisma stats high, I'm gonna go with performance.
Okay.
And I did last week I did research everything with the house cat tabaxi, and I know I have at least proficiency in performance. This from the species list.
Yep.
So it makes most sense. I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
All right, that's dirty 13.
Alright. Yeah, so with that dirty 13, you'll do fine. You'll do fine. Yeah, you don't do poorly. So you'll get yourself some tips at the very least. By the way, Anya, was your money? You got 182 rupees.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna mention that I'm not updating your money while this goes on. So eventually, when you guys get your actual sheets, when you learn enough to actually own your sheet as a whole, and I sent you the link to it on D&D Beyond to you guys, you can just update your money yourself. That's just so I'm not having to counterbalance an obscene amount of things.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
also just passively keeping track of my own money on my own anyway.
Good. Good. So I'm gonna roll your quick little tips. You probably won't get a lot since it wasn't a high performance roll. But I'm gonna roll
Okay.
2 numbers. Okay.
What was my performance modifier?
You said you got a dirty 13, so I thought you already knew.
I'm sorry, I meant to say nat 13. That's my
Okay,
fault.
gotcha. I'm gonna double check, by the way, one quick thing. Your racial trait was supposed to give you proficiency performance, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it just didn't check it off for some fucking reason. I'm gonna do that. Hold up.
Bruh.
I guess it glitched. So you should have
I
a
guess
plus
I
7.
didn't-
Oh!
Dirty
Yep.
20.
Yep.
Got it. Great.
Heck yeah. So, they probably just didn't code it right when they made the race, which is fine. It happens.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of homebrew races. I get it. But yeah, so yeah, with that you get 33 rupees.
But I'm just
making
here.
stonks.
Making stonks. I'm also gonna I'm gonna have the people roll that disadvantage perception check. Okay.
Tahira
gotcha.
is off having a blast.
Fair. By the way, nobody seems to really notice anything about that ring. So it's
Fair
either
enough.
one
Fair.
of two things. It's one of two things. Either one, people didn't notice, and that's just it, or someone did notice and they just didn't want to say.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Because it is that weird thing of the end of the day, you aren't asking them outright, so there is a shot that someone just saw it and went, oh, they're from that, and then chose not to say it because of one reason or another.
Gotcha.
So there's no two telling. That's like that's kind of the hard thing about a role like that. It's that thing of like I don't really have a way of like telling you whether or not someone actually noticed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Also, for blah 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 blah, for blubble, for blubble bubble, dope.
Global.
Dope.
You don't get tips, but like you do get like an hourly pay. So
Yay!
yeah, you work like basically the rest of the shift essentially. So you work like the next like 5 hours of the shift.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll get like, let's say the pay wage was like 7 rupees an hour, so you get like 35 rupees.
Okay, I get something. Yay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, it probably would be crazy to say that the server doesn't get a pay wage, or the dancers, even though you guys are getting tips. That's normally just how it works, but you probably just want to have as high of a like per hour. Because that's, let's be real, that's how a lot of jobs do it nowadays. I'm kind of base it off
Yeah.
that. So 7. So we're gonna say it's like 4 rupees an hour. So you guys would both get 20 rupees extra, just from the per hour thing.
I got fuck all from this, but it's something.
Yeah, well, it's that thing of like they already had a server. They didn't need 2 servers, and I don't think Dope wants to dance.
No.
The fucking
Can I roll-
metal armor clanging as he
Actually,
does
you
the
know-
fucking sidestep.
You know what? Just since Dove's here,
Uh-huh.
can I roll another history check to see if doing this particular position is familiar at all?
Sure, go for it.
It's something. I'm trying.
You're trying.
Fucking dirty 11.
Yeah, so like,
What you fight?
sorry. It feels kind of similar, but like, there's nothing too specific. That like, it's that thing like you can remember like standing around and like guarding before. That's it. But you don't really. Again, it's that thing like you're not really like you're kind of slowly narrowing the options, but you still aren't really sure what it could be, what your job
Yeah.
was. But yeah.
What the fuck was I got?
Could I roll to see if this is familiar to Tahira?
Go
Just
for
the
it.
whole dancing as a job.
Yeah.
Screw it. Could I as well? 'Cause
Sure.
why not?
Sure. Dude, it'd be so funny.
15!
Okay. I want to mention, by the way,
his-
it'd be... Oh,
Sorry, history, right?
yeah, history.
Got
It'd be so fucking funny if it's like comes out Streelk was just a really fancy waiter. Can you imagine?
30-12, so
Okay.
probably not.
Okay. So, Streelk, this doesn't feel, normal to you. This doesn't feel like something you've done in the past. You can remember seeing people do it for you. You don't remember doing it yourself. For Tahira, you feel like
Yep.
you've done this before. You definitely feel like you've done this before. This feels pretty familiar. Like, yeah. It's something about the dancing style doesn't feel the same. Because this is a pretty tame dancing style, so you're thinking maybe it's something a little bit more, like, crazy or something? You don't know. Something about the dancing style.
So I
doesn't
was
feel
right with my initial assumption. Some kind of crazy gothic stripper.
right. This is a fairly tame dancing style that you're having to do to, like, fit in with, like, the rest of these dancers and with the music. So, like, that's not a far-fetched assumption, honestly.
I
but-
can't wait till we find out that she worked at a fucking Darla tavern.
Can you
I
imagine?
can't wait for that.
Can I make a guess as to my background?
You can.
I'm guessing I'm a stripper.
This is correct.
Ah,
You will remember this now. It starts flowing back to you, as you will remember. You were a stripper. for a Darla Tavern. Also, we're gonna start wrapping it up here because my lights just flickered and there's a storm outside. So,
Yeah, same here.
I was right, goddammit.
Yeah. What a way to end it off by finding out that Tahira is a stripper. Thank you all for watching. This is the Amnesia campaign. You can find it on The Lost Harbor on Spotify and The Lost Shipyard on YouTube. And if you want to find some more D&D and some other content like the Roman Harbor campaign, you can find it on The Lost Harbor on YouTube and also on Spotify as well. I'm trying to wrap this up as quickly as possible. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.